Alrighty, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the Shut Up and Race Street Stock Series. Brought to you by 5-Star Realty. Tonight, going to be a great one here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Taz 5 for 75 Keystone event number 3 of the season. Sponsored by Tennessee National Guard. And up in the booth with me, I got a partner for the night, and I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself to you. Man, it's great to have you up in the booth.
Matt, good evening, and everybody, welcome out to Bristol Motor Speedway. Here's the deal tonight. It's going to be 200 laps of half-mile racing, 100 miles. These guys have got a lot of beating and banging ahead of them. There's only about 15, 16 guys here in the server tonight. But again, a lot of quick times out there, even for these street stocks. 16.991, Gary Echelon to the top of the board right now for practice. Qualifying yet to come. And we're going to do something a little bit different tonight, and I'll let Matt introduce that here very shortly as these guys roll out on the speedway for the last, 7 minutes here of their practice session. So again, we welcome you aboard, all the National Guard guys out there tonight. We appreciate you watching from abroad and in Tennessee. This is Ray Richer from upstate New York, along with Matt here in the booth. And again, Matt, I'm sorry, tonight's my first night I've actually announced with you, so I didn't catch your last name.
It'd be Matt Johnson up in the booth with you as we're getting ready for this 4-wide salute. Should be a lot of fun, man.
All to you guys out there in the National Guard. 4-wide salute. You see it at your local track. So tonight you're going to see it here on iRacing with these guys again getting out there around the track, just kind of getting things lined up. We still have at least about 5 minutes left to go for practice, and this is what they decided to do with it. Again, line up for 4-wide. Our 69 car out front of Dustin Shepard will lead them down to turn 1. Again, thank you very much for your service, National Guard. And tonight, we bring you 200 laps of exciting concrete racing from Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah, it should be exciting, man. I'm going to be interested to see a lot of beating and banging, man. Dude, it's going to be fun. And what amazing job these guys are doing. 4-wide at Bristol, even at this slow pace, not easy to do, but they're pulling it off pretty well.
Yeah, one of the things at your local dirt track, especially with these 360 mile or sprint cars, the 410s, all that, they don't want to turn left very easy, but they don't hit each other either, and these guys can hold them pretty straight, as you can see. Well, again, might as well not get used to that steering right now because, again, once they get under speed, it's just going to be a all-out brawl for that front spot. 4-wide salute again. Thank you very much for being here tonight on Max Speed TV, live again from Bristol Motor Speedway. It's the Shut Up and Drive Tennessee National Guard 200. Again, with street stocks tonight, these engines are about 400, 450 horse. A little bit hard to turn, lighter wheels than these other stock cars, roughly about 2,600 pounds of weight, just like the real ones out there, and everything's going to be taken into consideration. You cannot refuel. If they do, it's going to take quite a long time. They aren't like a quick can like you see in NASCAR, all the way up from the trucks to the cup cars. And again, these guys are going to be, they're going to be beating and banging here shortly, Matt.
Yeah, they're going to be going at it here shortly. But before we can do that, guys, here in just a moment, we're going to step away for our national anthem. Thank you for the 4-wide salute. That was amazing. All I can say. That was a great salute going on out there right now. But we're going to go to our national anthem while they wrap up the 4-wide salute. And it should be a fun night again. Like you said, a lot of beating and banging coming our way. And we'll see you here in just a moment. We're going to roll national anthem, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I'd like to take a moment here before our qualifying begins for a certain prayer for most every racer out there, including the one that happened tonight. Obviously, if you're seeing this race right now, you assume to watch the Daytona 500 and the wreck that happened on the last lap. We just like to send our thoughts and prayers out to Ryan Newman and his family. We have not heard any news at this point, like everybody out there. Of course, there's a lot of speculation on what's going to happen or what has happened. I've heard ups, I've heard downs, and right now from Max Speed TV, myself, Ray Richer, and Matt Johnson in the booth, we do send our prayers out to Ryan in hopes that everything is okay. Again, back to the racing action. Matt, if there's anything you want to add to that, you're welcome to it, buddy.
Yeah, man, not much there on my end, guys. It's just thoughts and prayers. Honestly, me and Ray up here, we're both kind of speechless with it, honestly.
Yeah, I've been involved in racing in a long time in the real world as well as iRacing, and that's something that you really don't have words for to begin with. But again, tonight, back to the National Guard 200 here at Bristol, and we will be bringing it to you live here, qualifying roughly in about another 2 minutes from now. And again, these guys will get back on track. They're getting their final warm-up laps in. Again, right now, if you want to know speeds at this place, a Cup car can usually make it around here in about 14 and a half, 15 seconds. These guys right now, Gary Echelon at the top of the board at 16.991, just a hair under 17 seconds. And a gentleman by the name of Captain Caveman, I'm hoping you know his name because unfortunately that's throwing me on my screen right now, Matt. But the number 19 there, Captain Caveman at 17.011. With that all being said, I'm seeing something next to these guys' name, which I'm not sure will come through in the broadcast, but a couple guys got a $75 sign next to their name, and I was explaining that if any of the five guys win the race, actually it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 guys, 6 guys here on my screen win the race, they win a $75 bonus for tonight's winner. Basically, say for example, Gary Echelon, he is right now at the top of the speed charts. He has one of those marks next to his name. If he wins the race, 75. If he beats the other 5 guys, he wins $25. So everybody could be in the back. He could be a first head of these guys, and $25 will be in his pocket tonight for a bonus. So another bit of incentive here for this 200 lapper here at Bristol. We're going to bring it back over to Matt. Matt, questions here for you. Do they have quick repairs? I wasn't able to look that up just yet.
Negatory on the fast repairs. No fast repairs here tonight. So you got to keep that car clean. Again, every lap's going to matter. You get damage on that car, it can really slow you down here. Even though it's not a huge track, it does affect these street stocks a little bit more.
Yeah, I see that, and they will be sliding all over the place. Now, again, they take everything in consideration in iRacing here, heating the tires, time of day. Of course, this is a night race. The track's going to be cold, but regardless, the grip is not going to be there after a short period on a run with these tires. I don't believe you're going to be able to change them during the race. I do believe they'll be able to make it on a full fuel tank. Actually, they have fuel limit at 40%. So now I'm seeing that. Something tells me they're going to have to fuel these cars before halfway.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to. And again, long stop. So if we go green, it's going to be very important to how you get on pit road and get off, as we're actually rolling qualifying right now. But man, they will have to fuel their car for sure. Whether they take tires or not is totally up to them.
Well, keep in mind these street stocks don't have a very easy way of fueling them, so it's going to take a little time to get them off pit road. Again, they don't have those quick tanks like Cup or any of the truck or the Xfinity guys do. So here we go, lined up for qualifying. 10 minutes, 2 laps. These guys can go out anytime within this 10-minute session. I've got my eye on that number 4 of Gary Echelon right now. Again, one of our quickest guys on the track. He's rolling out onto the speedway, the backstretch, ready to take his first lap around. He'll get a quick half warm-up lap right now, head to the top side, try to keep that car up to speed, get that momentum going. He'll cross the stripe right now, off to his first lap.
Good start into turns 1 and 2, right around the bottom, doing a great job there, down the back straightaway now. 3 and 4, we'll see what his time's going to be here. What do you think? You think he's going to be as quick as he was in practice?
Well, the track changed a little bit here as they landed over to qualifying, and we will see what's going to happen. Right now, 17.104, just above what he had in practice. He's still got the momentum. The second lap is always the fastest. He'll bring it right to the bottom there, just touching the apron. He'll lose a little rear end out of the corner, and down to the stripe he'll go. 17.104. He'll advance his position just a little bit to number 2, but Mr. Knowles to the front in that 92 machine. Qualifying time right now, 17.096. It'll be enough to take over the pole spot in the pole position until these guys get done qualifying.
Yeah, it was a great job. Good job putting that car on pole. We've got a couple more still out there. I'm looking at the 46 machine right now, working his way around the racetrack, Mr. Philip Martin. Philip hasn't had the best season, to be honest. He's really looking to turn his season around, and maybe tonight will be the night.
Well, he's got a good chance at it right now, starting on the front row at the moment in time. Still the fastest lap out there. A couple guys still kind of crossing the finish line. Daryl Collar right now in the 16th spot. I see he's finished his lap. I'm assuming he lost the car a little bit. 18.772, way off the pace there. But again, don't count any of these guys out. This is short track racing, ladies and gentlemen. And going down to the 10 of Jonathan Cross. He's going right now down the backstretch. Going to keep an eye on that number 10, Touch of Class LLC. That's our sponsor for the caution flags this night. He'll cross the stripe on his first lap. That'll bring up to the 8th position, tying Philip Martin for the 8th and 9th position at 17.246. Touch of Class Auto Body right now tonight. Again, that'll be our caution sponsor. That'll be our car on the track. He'll come around turn 4. Out of it, he'll bring it to the top and advance one more position, 17.213. He'll take over the 7th spot, put him on the inside 4th row for the start.
Good deal. Well, we got about 7 minutes left here in qualifying, so let's take a look at all the great sponsors that makes all this happen for us. Great partners here with Shut Up and Race, and let's take a look at them now. Of course, you got 5-Star Realty Group out of Florida and Central Florida. If you need a rental of property, anything like that, look them up there on Facebook. They do a great job. Man, some great properties I'd like to go stay at. I don't know about you, but when I go somewhere, I like to have a good property to stay at, bud.
Yeah, always, absolutely, especially if you're going out to a foreign state or something like that. You get yourself a nice rental property, kind of settle in for the weekend. It's always nice to have that type of stuff. One of our other guys on here, Kelly's Custom Engraving, I'm seeing that as one of our sponsors here at the top of the list tonight. Taylor Motorsports, Extreme Sim TV here on Max Speed TV, but we'll roll with that, especially if they want to put some money in the pot. We don't mind that at all.
Yeah. You know, of course, Extreme Sim TV, mine, Rudy's Cummings, Max Speed, we're kind of unofficial sister channels, actually. There's a lot that goes on between the two of us.
That works out, man. That's kind of cool. Woody's Designs, if you can tell me a little bit more about that. I was just got the emblems, of course, and I don't mind announcing them, but I just got to learn a little bit more from you if you have any information on that, Matt.
Actually, I do. Woody's Designs does a great job, great custom-looking paint schemes here, and I actually get them to do some for me. Of course, Mr. Womack there, the owner, right now in the 11th, just got done with my custom car. It looks great. Go check them out on Facebook as well.
Line up right now, as it seems. Of course, we don't want to go too far into it till they line up. We've got over 5 minutes yet of qualifying, but it seems like everybody but Jacob Heathcote, and they're in the 32, has gotten any laps in. I believe he came in for practice. Still shows him connected. 37.02 lap. Not sure exactly if he just kind of put it around the track or what's going on. Hopefully he doesn't have any equipment failure. And we have at least 19 cars enter to race tonight. Tail end of the laps right now. Again, Darrell Calder, he was able to get an 18.772 out of it. Not enough. 1 second almost off the pace here as I'm listening to those guys talking to Sim. 1 second. Just talking about they don't have a live admin right now, so they're going to police it themselves and kind of let iRacing take care of a lot of the caution flags, which means you won't see a lot of EOLs or whatnot, depending on what's happening. Of course, black flags and all that, iRacing usually calls anyways. And as we say that, we have an advancement to the next session, sir, so we're going right into our racing, and we'll start with our lineup here shortly.
Yeah, 10-4, and they will do that, in this situation. They'll go ahead and advance everything. No reason to hold on. So it should be good here tonight. We're going to take a look at our live starting grid here in just a moment.
See a couple of the cars line up on the front stretch on the pole, if you don't mind me starting here. Mr. D. Knowles in that 92 machine of Old Spice, a little throwback from Tony Stewart days. Outside of him, our fastest guy in practice is now qualifying the outside. That's Gary Echelon in that number 4. Inside row 2, the 69 of Dustin Shepard. Qualifying lap of 17.134, just 0.34 out of second place. Justin P. Panule, JP Panule, we'll call him all night. The number 60 machine on the outside. Inside row 3, Jerry Stone. He's one of the $75 guys if he wins tonight. And outside of him, another $75 guy, the 13 of Vern Woodard. Jonathan Cross on the inside of the 7th place. Outside of him, Wayne Bowen in the number 8. Number 9, Philip Martin, again a number $75 guys, and outside of him, rolling out the top 10, is a 79 of Patrick Smith.
Rolling out from row 11 row 6, in P11. That's going to be Mr. Womack there as always. Great to see him out there alongside him, the 96 machine as well. Starting in row number 7, it will be, if it'll change over for us, we got Mr. Mike Todd, Ryan Johnson there, 13th and 14th. Starting row 8, Taz there in that 27, Charlie as well. Row number 9.
Outside of him, Charlie Bragg in the 12, bud. Sorry about that.
You're fine, buddy. In row number 9, Mr. Captain Caveman, Daryl there in 18th. Rolling in row number 10 in the final car, Mr. Jacob. And while I'll let you call the start of this, I'm going to work on some things with TeamSpeak here, and I'll let you call them to start.
Gotta love live TV, not a problem. We'll get this all out. Pace car lights are off down in turn 3. Mr. Knowles will lead the field in that 92 machine, the old Spice looking car right there. Everybody's lined up. Pace car lights are off. Pace car is off, actually. Green flag in the air for the first time tonight. Mr. Knowles out front by the outside of Gary Estlund. Gets a shove right off the bat from Dustin Shepard. Shepard right in line, 2 by 2, all the way back through the field. To the bottom side, the 69 now of Dustin Shepard. He looks like he's trying to take over the top spot. 3 wide right now through turn 4. On the high side, Gary Estlund trying to hold on to that. We have exciting racing off the bat. 2 wide now down into turn 1. The number 4 has the advantage of Sheslan, but the inside with that short shot, the 92 and Knowles goes into the inside and drag races down the back stretch.
Great battle up front, man. The 92 still rolling the bottom. Doing a good job keeping that car nice and low.
He's going to hold it down there only for a short period of time. Those tires can only take so much. Keep in mind, this is only lap 3. We have a caution, Matt.
We do have a yellow in the air, and it looks like the 28 machine gets turned around. He'll get in the outside wall up and over, and that'll bring the yellow flag out for the first time tonight. Man, oh man. Hard into the outside wall to bring out the first yellow.
Looks just like a racing incident. Taz there in the number 27. One of our $75 contenders, unfortunately, kind of had the advantage going into the corner, but the 28, Mr. Mike Todd happened to be there at the same time, and unfortunately went up towards the concrete and gave his car a couple flips there. Not sure what that was all about for my racing, kind of seeing that replay now. Mr. Mike Todd heading to the pits, just checking things over. Unlimited tires tonight. Don't think they have a limited amount of sets they can use. It takes us a couple extra seconds to put these 5 wide hubs on, but back out he'll go. I believe he missed the pits. Maybe that's why he's still on the low side. Watching Mr. Mike Todd right now in that 28 machine. Yeah, that is correct. He went by the backside pits and supposed to pit on the front stretch. Again, only 19 cars. They've got 40 stalls here, 20 and 20. So he figured that out now. He'll hit his pit stall. They'll check the car over. Don't seem to be too much damage to it. Of course, the roof took a little bit of a lap. There's some scratches on it, but we'll see him back out shortly.
Yeah, he's in his box now. He should be all right and good to go. Pace car will lead the field around. The early caution here, 5 out of 200 in the books.
Gary Ashlon taking and lead the field. It looks like his car's still intact. Right rear looks like it's got a little bit of damage, but I could be seeing it incorrect on my screen. But with all that being said, it's been 3 wide off the bat. These guys just got to calm it down. I know this is short track. Just got to ride around for a little bit. It's not Daytona or anything. Long way to go. Again, only 6 laps in the book. It'll go quick on these 200 laps, half a mile. Huge banking here at Bristol. Of course, the fastest short track in the world. At least that's what they call it. Seating capacity, I believe, for 200,000. Excuse me. Yeah, 2,000. That wouldn't be exactly right. But again, Mr. Eshlin up front. one of our $75 contenders tonight. I'm going to run down that list right now so we can take a look at the cars that are involved in that. Pace car light still on. Gary Eslin at number 4 is one of our $75 contenders. The number 13 back in 5th place right now, Vern Woodard in the 13 car, as I said, $75 as well. Behind him, Jerry Stone, the 91. Jesse Womack is also one of our guys looking for that $75 prize. He is one of the rookies in this field in the 14 machine. Philip Martin, he's in the 46. And the last guy, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, I know it, the number 96 machine of Mr. Klenziski. I think I got that right. He is also rookie status as well. Again, the 96 machine here. He'll start right back in the 11th place spot inside 6th row. Pace car lights are off. We'll bring him down through turn 3, and we're going to let him go again.
You know, almost more important, though, than the cash is the plaque they get as well. You know, I think the plaque means more to the drivers than the cash.
Green.
But yeah, Green is out again.
Green is out again. Eslin right to the front. Takes a whole car length out. Keep in mind, he doesn't have to go on the green flag. The lead car can go anytime they want on a restart. 2 wide behind him. A little bit of a fight between the 60 of Penwell and Dustin Shepard. Shepard on the high side, losing ground a little bit, losing the rear end, but he comes back hard down the front stretch. 2 by side, down through turn 1. The 69 again with the advantage of Shepard, but the 60 with a short shot, and the Shepard goes up the track and just about grabs the wall.
Almost. We've also got side-by-side battles right behind them as well. Man, there's side-by-side battling all over this racetrack.
Back up front, 3rd place. Give it to Penwell on the 60 machine. He was able to get underneath the 69 of Dustin Shepard as we go all the way back up front. Gary Eslin right now with a 0.2 second lead ahead of the 92 of Mr. Knowles. He is in that machine, that Old Spice machine, who started on the pole tonight. Still kind of running that car up front. Long ways to go in this race.
Yeah, a long way to go. We're looking back at through the pack a little bit here as well. Looking at Mr. Womack, of course. Long story short there, to explain it to you, where you'll get the joke there. Womack's girlfriend won a plaque earlier in the year, and he still hasn't won one. So affectionately called No Plaque in Womack at the moment. Trying to get one here tonight to see if he can get it done.
Well, No Plaque Womack is trying both lines, high and low. He's got the chance right now to get to below the 8 of Bowen. Bowen allowing him in there, but who knows for how long. Half a car length ahead of him. Bowen's got the high side. Now it's door to door. Will it last? Will the momentum help the 8 as he comes down out of turn 2? It does not. Well, he comes back very quickly, but loses ground right now. Mr. Womack now to the bottom side. Bring him up to the 8th place spot.
He's going to move to 8th here. He's going to try to go for Jonathan Cross right in front of him. And if he can get there, they'll put him up to 6th here. And he's in pretty good position right now.
Wayne Bowen in at 8 right behind him, stuck on that outside line. He'll beat Doors with a 79 of Patrick Smith. And unfortunately, it'll bring him down to the inside wall.
Yellow flag is out.
And this is going to cause our second caution of the evening, brought to you by Touch of Class Auto Body.
Second caution of the evening, man. And that's just unfortunate. Just got pinched up in the wall. And, dude, that nothing he could do at that point.
Yeah, he was stuck on that high side for a good many laps, and watching that 79 of Smith. Smith just ran it hard down into turn 3. Didn't really lose a little bit of ground. He just tapped the apron. Yeah, he did come up just a hair now that I'm watching the replay here. Unfortunately, door slam, the 8 of Bowen. Bowen hitting the concrete on the outside and just lost the tail end of that car, hitting the inside fence. Front of that car, that 8, a little bit wrinkled up there. Kind of doesn't look fatal yet, but on the same note, hopefully get it back with the required repairs. Keep in mind, when he got off the track, he had to have it towed. That'll probably be at least a minute before he's able to take and work on the car for the tow truck to pull it in. Right now, that'll bring him 2 laps down as we go back up to our leader of Gary Eslin at number 4.
Well, back under caution once again here tonight, lap number 17. Already tonight, I kind of expected the drivers to ride just a little bit more.
Yeah, I was agreeing with that. I thought for sure that was going to happen myself because it's a long race, as I keep saying. We're only on lap 17. We got to, let's see, my math is a little off, but 183 to go at this point. And man, just get into the rhythm. I mean, the wreck filled all night is not a fun race to watch, but again, the racing side by side is. I can't deny that.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a race here, and I tell you what, if I'm gonna pick an early horse, I think that NOS Energy Drink number 4 machine might be the way to go this or at least tonight. He's been good all season, but tonight he is on rails.
Well, I am being patient with all this because of the fact that, again, I've only joined these guys once before, so I haven't had an opportunity to see how good or bad these guys have kind of gotten over a while. It's been a couple months since I've helped with the race a while ago. And I'll be honest with you, as hard charger these guys are, it should make for some good racing as long as they can keep off each other, of course. And here's the other thing, Dustin Shepard, he lost the rear end of that 69 car here for a little bit, carrying our Tennessee Army National Guard sponsor on the hood this evening. Beautiful looking car there with the gray and black, but he's up in third place right now. So, again, out of 19 guys, there's still a lot of beating and banging to go, Mr. Matt.
Yeah, still a long way to go. Only 19 laps in the books here tonight. During the course of tonight, you guys may have noticed Mr. Ryan here is going to go ahead and I'm going to let him call most of the action here. It's actually helping me out. I've had a busy weekend. But I'll tell you what, everybody give Mr. Ryan here a hand. First time we worked together, and you're doing a great job, bud, and it's been a lot of fun already.
Well, if you call my name Ray instead of Ryan, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's Ryan and where is he in the booth? So
He's here.
I usually like to bounce off people as we're announcing, but we're doing our best. I know you got some stuff on your end going on. We'll keep everything rolling here. We got a long way to go in this race. Right now, we seem doubling up at the line. Pace car lights are off. And again, keep in mind the guy on the pole there, Gary Eschlin in at number 4, he can hit the throttle any time that pace car gets off of the track. Once those 4 wheels are out of the groove, able to go, he'll line up right now. The other thing is the number 60, again, not that anybody out there is new to racing, but that number 60 cannot pass the leader's nose no matter what happens until the start-finish line. A lot of these guys are supposed to stay in line 2, but all this being said, we bring him down slowly in the backstretch. Pace car way ahead of the field, actually, farther than normal. He'll come down through turn 3, and then we'll watch the pace car will pull off. We watch number 4. We'll see if he hits the loud green. Nope, right on the green flag, still able to get a good jump. And to the outside right rear corner is the 60 of Penuel. Penuel trying to get to the bottom, but blocked by the 69 of Shepard. 2 by 2 behind him. Shepard right now on the bottom side. Just drag racing it down the back stretch. The 60 on the outside of Penuel, losing that position. Has plenty of room to come down behind him, but chooses to run him down the front stretch anyways.
Yeah, doing a great job, and it was still side by side right now. Great battle here between Shepard and JP, and we've seen this all year out of these two as well. They battle hard when they're around each other, but it looks like Shepard's going to get clear for the moment.
13 of Woodard was looking for a line, top or bottom, couldn't decide. Kept looking for the fastest car, and he just found it with that 69 of Shepard. Shepard able to make the pass. Now another drag race down the back stretch, right around turn 4. As they come down side by side, the advantage of the 60 at the line. 60 will take over that third place spot away from the 13. Woodard charging hard back down the back stretch. And we always see the 91 of Jerry Stone in the picture. Stone looking for the faster car. Bottom line is faster. It is shorter, but it's short-lived on tires too. You're going to tear them up pretty quick. Just been a door-to-door race around this track at 13 and 60.
Yeah, side by side still. Neither one of them really giving an inch here. Again, you really don't want to lose a lot of track position here tonight. It'd be awful hard to work your way back through. And it looks like they will get single file finally. The 91 of Stone right there behind them. Doing a great job. He'll pick the bottom lane. Now the 14 looks to the inside line. That's Mr. Walmack trying to look for a way through.
14 of Walmack will fall back into position. The 91 with a little slip up to the track. That's Jerry Stone. Stone able to follow the tracks to the 13. We have a freight train going around Bristol at the moment in time. Front to back, almost to the bumper of the 91. The 14 looks to take and possibly move him. A little early for that type of stuff. But again, if he wants to do it, it's his prerogative. Jesse Womack in that 14 just following guys around the track. And I do believe, Mr. Matt, we have a settle in right now. These guys are just kind of realizing it's only the beginning of the race.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're just kind of settling in here and making it work. Look at that, though. Womack able to grab the spot. He'll get below him and picks up the spot from Jerry. Jerry will drop back to 6th. Womack up to 5th. And it looks like actually Jerry's going to drop back a couple of more here as he got on the highway.
Brian Johnson able to take the advantage of that 91 time with the pass from Womack. Jerry's just stayed high basically and allowed the door wide open for Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson able to pick up that spot. He's counted in the 6th place right now. 91 of Jerry Stone in 7th. A couple guys trailing behind, but the 10 looks to take and pounce on him. That'd be the 10 of Jonathan Cross. That touch of Class LLC auto body car tonight. Guys still kind of settling in. Now they're starting to spread out. And just as we're talking about all this, our leader out front, Gary Eslin, he has walked away with just over 3/4 of a second with the lead. He's got a nice line with that Ford machine. He's really, really smooth with the car. And if you listen for the tires, he doesn't squeal them as much. A lot of these guys are really driving it hard. Smooth is the key, and I'm telling you, Gary's got that right now.
Gary doing a really good job in that NOS Energy machine, keeping it nice and smooth right around the bottom of the racetrack right at the moment. And it's going to be interesting to see when he gets into lap traffic here. You know, that's one thing you got to watch out for here in Bristol is lap traffic, and they will be getting into it before long.
Oh, absolutely. As one of the cars we talked about earlier, Mike Todd, unfortunately got involved in that wreck in the front stretch where he got door slammed. He's 2 laps down. He's at the tail end of this. I do believe Lucky Dogs are on, so any other 2 laps, he'll be back on the lead lap, but still bring up the tail end of the field. And Gary's got a long way to go to catch him. He's about a little over half a lap behind the tail end of this whole field. Still able to hold on to .802, which again, just over 3/4 of a second of a lead. And behind him, Penwell there in the 60. Side-by-side challenge right now for the 3rd place spot. Actually, with that being said, making the 4th place spot, the 14 of Womack on the inside of the 13. Woodard will not give up that place very easy. Woodard taking arcs the car, comes across the nose of the 14, still able to hold on to that 4th place spot.
Yeah, good race so far here between the two, and I think, man, Womack's got a good opportunity if he keeps making up ground here. He's right on the back bumper of the 13 right now.
Best race right now on the track from what I see. 5th and 4th place spot between the 13 and 14. 14 on the Womack machine, just tailing out of that bottom, taking and coming off to the high side, diving in the track like all these guys are, just right in the tracks at 13, looking for the advantage of the slip up for Woodward to have. A little farther back in the field, see if we can get anything going on. Just seems like an even spread out, except for back to 11th, 12th, 13th. We got a battle going on between the 19 of Captain Caveman. Inside of him, that 46 of Philip Martin. Martin, one of our $75 drivers tonight. And that 79 again of Mr. Smith. He was trying to find a place to go, looking for the faster of these 2 cars. He's looking for that to open up possibly on the bottom side, but still a drag race for the 46 and 19 down from turn 2.
Yeah, right now they're still side by side. Caveman on the outside. Of course, that's Mr. Jeff Mathis in that 19 machine. Captain Caveman trying to get it done here tonight. Always fun to watch him out there.
Yeah, door-to-door racing, absolutely. He's on that high side right now. Still able to make it work. Not able to pull momentum off. He just about comes down to the 46. The 79 behind him again. Packard Smith. Smith looking to the inside. Still another door-to-door drag race. One of the things I'll point out, back up front, Mr. Matt, our leader has lost some ground. Not sure what's going on here, but went from a .802 to a .650 in the past 4 laps. Losing ground to Dustin Shepard. I'm believing that Shepard at 69 has found something for our leader. We'll kind of keep an eye out. He loses another 2/100ths of a second, .628, and down the backstretch they'll go.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely reeling him in. If you're taking a look here at the front of the field, that Ford doing everything he can to do the best he can to try to manage his loss here, but still, lap after lap, Shepard reeling him in slowly.
To the back of the pack we go. Back to where were we here, looking at that fight that I just saw. Looks like a lot of these guys here, I'll go this way, the 46 of Philip Martin. It looks like he wore his tires out in that bottom end of that track. He just went around turn 3 and 4 in the 3rd groove, and it looks like he's doing the same in 1 and 2. The 92 to follow suit. We'll see what Mr. Knowles knows. Again, I see he's down 5 laps from an early accident in this race as well. They're using every bit of this racetrack. That 46 again, way up high. Not sure if he's trying to save tires or he's already wore them out. Kind of looks like he's saving more and more because he's able to keep up the pace with the field. As the 92 gets below him, they'll drag race down the side backstretch, and the 92 will let him go for a little bit. Back here in turn 3. Back up front. Gary Eslin, again, .668, kind of even back out right now with the 2nd place of Dustin Shepard. Everybody from 2nd all the way on back to at least 7th place. Throw a blanket over these guys. They're bumper to bumper, real close. Couple 1 to 2 to 3 car lengths apart from these guys, but regardless, it's a long way to go. We're about a quarter way through this race with 3 laps from here. And we got a long way to go yet, Mr. Matt.
Yeah, we do, and that's the thing you got to get. You got to take care of your tires. Tires, I think, is most important here. Due to how long it takes to change them on these street stocks, if we go green, knock on wood, to the end here, if you come for fuel, I don't see you taking tires.
Yeah, the thing is, it does take quite a bit to change tires on these. I seen that with a couple guys in the pits earlier when they got in a wreck. You can actually watch the car kind of go up real slow because he had no quick jacks, no real big air guns, nothing like that, like the big boys do. These are street stocks. People again, 450 horsepower, but some crate motors, 602 GMs most of the time. And going back up to the front a little bit, we have got our leader losing more ground. 0.587 last time they crossed the straight is the difference between our first and second place guy. There is a game right now of the 69 of Shepherd looking to take over that top spot, and he is slowly gaining.
Yeah, he is. He is slowly but surely closing the gap, and not only that, he's bringing people with him. JP is right there as well, and this whole pack is closing in on your leader slowly.
JP Pinal right now to the back door of that 69. He's not fighting to get by him. He is following every move that 69 makes. 0.501. I know I keep reading it off every lap, but it just keeps getting tighter and tighter. Right now, exactly a half a second. All will to the thousandths. He'll cross the stripe down here. Any gain, any loss? 0.421. Dustin Shepherd slowly reeling that number 4 machine of Gary Esselin. Gary, not sure, going to take a look at him this time, see if he's taking a second groove. He's a little bit high than he normally is, watching a 69 in the bottom, and I think that's what's doing it. 0.421 last time. 0.427, no change right now in the top two, but this three-pack behind him from second on back to fourth is closing quickly.
Yeah, they are. They are right there. I mean, they're coming. There's no doubt about it. Here comes Womack leading that tail of that pack in fourth. Maybe a little bit of a draft going on here between these three.
It's
very possible.
Any track, any car, you're still going to have wind involved. As I'm saying this, Dustin Shepherd, 0.356 last time at the stripe. If you watch the 69, the 60, and the 14, they are arcing the corner, bring the tire right down to that bottom of that apron to get the shortest run possible. The 4, not even close to it. He's got me 2 or 3 feet off the bottom of it. 0.346, as I said last time. Keep in line this time, they'll come down through turn 4. At the stripe, the reading is 0.356. He gained us a little bit there. But again, it looks like this 14 and this 60 is going to run right into the back of the 69 if he doesn't get moving.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be all over him here. And Yellow out on the racetrack. Yellow is out. We'll go take a look at what has happened here. Oh no, that is going to be the 45 machine. One of our Taz 75 drivers into the inside wall. We'll go back and take a look at what caused it here in just a moment. Looks like here, just side by side with, looks like that was Patrick there, I believe, in the 79. Oh, just contact from Patrick. Hard into the outside wall. Down clicks a few more cars, including the 12 as well. And a big impact for the 45, or the 96 machine, and the 45 as well.
I hate to say it, but I'm looking at the replay over here, bud. It looked like it all started with a 96 machine kind of bouncing off the wall coming out of 4. Klzinski, excuse me, trying to pronounce his name. That's one of our $75 guys. Again, bouncing off the wall, come down and just touched the right front of that 79 machine of Smith. It got him spin. It took a lot of other guys in that as well, and that brings out our third touch of class auto body caution for the evening.
The third one we've had on the night. What are you thinking here so far, bud? 3 cautions already, just 60 laps complete.
Well, Mr. Mike Todd picks up the lucky dog there as that roof is all scraped. He'll go into the pits and try to grab a few tires. I'm not counting him out. I've been watching him. He's got a good line. He's keeping up with the pack, able to get 1 lap back. He's down 1 lap right now, but at the same time, that'll put down our 27 there, Taz, in that Superflow car. He brings it back out of pit lane. He is also one of our $75 bonus drivers. Again, I'm sorry about the sponsorship for that. You're going to have to repeat that because I don't remember who it was that was sponsoring that. Please.
That was Mr. Taz involved with that. Great work by Taz as well. Always involved doing that. Taz just a super great guy. Gets all of that done. And Taz is awesome, man. What else can I say? He gets a lot of these events together. And this is great to even have Taz on board.
Yeah, I was actually asking about the sponsorship for the $75 for the guy who wins it. I was wondering about that, bud.
Yeah, Taz Motorsport.
Oh, it was Taz.
Yep.
So Taz, the guy we're talking about. Taz is back on one lap down. Unfortunately, he will be in the 14th position. They'll let the leaders around him, being this is short track racing. He'll start as the first guy a lap down, and he'll have to hold off the 26 of Daryl Calder as well as the 28 of Mike Todd. All three of those guys right now one lap down, and the one that was involved in the wreck with actually I don't see any front end on his car right at the moment in time, Mr. I hate butchering names. Klesinski and that 96 machine. Again, you can look them up there on the scroll on the top. Or Mike, if you want to correct, or Matt, you want to see, I've screwed up your name now.
Oh,
We'll get this. We'll get
we'll get there. Yeah, I'm not gonna even try to correct you because I think you're right, and I think I may butcher it worse. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
One of the guys that stayed out there just a moment ago to get his lap back, his wave around. I'm looking at it right now. That's the 92 machine of Knowles. That'll put him 3 laps down right now. He went around the pace car, and we line him back up on the backstretch. Gary Esselin still in control of this lead. 69 of Matt Shepard inside behind him. J.P. Penwell on the outside of him. 32 of Jacob Heathcote. We have not talked about him all night long. A couple guys went in and got some fuel, got some tires, and I believe we're going to have a new player in this whole score. As we bring him down to turn 4, the green flag is out. Gary Esselin right now with a big jump to the lead, about a quarter of a car length out in front of the 69. Justin Shepard to the bottom, 32 way to the top. I don't believe he got any tires. He's going to be holding on to that machine in 4th place.
Yeah, doing a great job, and I'm looking at my board here. It doesn't look like he did either, from what I can tell from the data that I do have. No tires, and I tell you what, look at the 12 Mountain Dew machine, man. That front end's already beat in on that machine right now.
Oh yeah, she's pretty beat up. Even though Arrow isn't part of this whole deal, he's still able to keep up. Looks like he's got a modified in that right front with that tire sticking out. And by the way, I always like to call at least one guy in the race I like to call the mover. Right now, that's the 32 of Jacob Heathcote. Heathcote started in 19th. He didn't even get a qualifying lap in. He's running 4th and challenging now the 60th no for the 3rd place spot. He's down on the bottom side, no tires, not able to hold it. He'll fall back in line right ahead of the 12 Mountain Dew machine. Still able to hold the bottom line, but cannot pull the speed out of that 32 machine coming off the corner.
Yeah, doing a pretty good job right around the bottom, trying to maintain as much speed as possible. 67 on the board. Boy, we are ticking this thing off quick.
Challenge for a second inside. Shepard takes the outside. Penwell will almost take it, but not just yet. Drag race down in turn 3. They'll go door to door. Right now, the 60 thinks he's got something for him. It sure looks like it. The momentum on the outside. The 69 of Shepard comes back hard, but not enough. He'll take over the 2nd spot. And Penwell, we'll see if he can now get down the leader.
Well, we're going to find out. Can he run him down? JP doing a great job right now. And, man, he is doing what he can. He's about 8/10 back. What do you think? You think 8/10? That's not too well now. 5's what it's showing now. But not too bad. I think he'll run him down slowly here if we look at the lap times here. As he crosses the stripe, I'll give you the numbers this time by. And across the stripe, a little bit slower that time.
0.822 last time across the straight, separates the top 2. He lost a 10th there, but as I'm looking back farther in the field to number 10, Jonathan Cross, just a gaggle of cars, as DW would say back here. It's been some hard racing to get into that top 10. The 10th car, Jonathan Cross, looks like he'll kiss the wall coming off of turn 4. Inside the line, way open for that 38 of Brian Johnson, one of our rookie drivers tonight. He goes down to the bottom side, trying to take advantage of the hole there. He'll try, but not enough. The 10th right now, touch a class orange car on the outside, able to take the momentum, and he'll bring the 79 of Smith with him. Just some hard racing back and 6 guys back here for the top 10 spot.
Great battle, and these guys are really fighting it out here. Inside, like you said, fighting for a top 10 spot, and that is a big deal, man. You want to be in the top 10 at least. That is a lot of bragging rights if you can get a top 10 finish here at Bristol.
Even there was 19 cars. These cars are really a handful. You just don't know that until you've tried it yourself. Right now, the 38 with the preferred line on the bottom side. Johnson there still holding his own out on the outside. Patrick Smith able to hold that drag race, while the 10, as I was talking about before, Jonathan Cross will take the 9th place spot. The 38 of Johnson to the bottom side, 2 on the outside, even almost 3 with the 46 joining in the fun.
Man, oh man, nearly bump drafting down the straightaway are these guys. Smith on that top side, right to the back bumper of the 10 across as well. And they are going at it here down the straightaway one more time, bud.
Just 2 by 2, that 46, and keep watching him, that full mark machine again. Another one of our $75 of Taz paint designs out tonight for that high payout. Just the bonus actually of this thing, including that nice wooden engraved plaque for the win here. But again, that 46 is all but pushing the 38 down to the corner. 38 slipping up the track slightly, able to left up the throttle, hold that a little bit. 79 with the advantage. Patrick Smith, he'll take over the spot, trying to get down in front of him, but no, the 38 shuts the door. Johnson gets a shove from the 46 down the backstretch, and the 79 down to the inside. Trying to get to the 10 of Jonathan Cross.
He's doing everything he can here. Every little thing they can do, but they're just stacked up, man. Nowhere really for any of them to go right now.
Captain Caveman, by the way, into this fight as well. Don't count him out yet either. The 19 machine on the outside of 79, that high line finally coming in, and these two drafting between the 19 and 10. Now he'll go to the inside, leave him out to dry. The 10 all alone to the outside, but keep in mind, he'll have a push on the bottom side from the 79. The 19 right now, Caveman holding on to the bottom side, looking to take over that 9th place spot. He's running 10th at the moment, but side by side, these guys are putting on a killer battle here in Bristol tonight.
Side by side, down the back straightaway. Once again, the 19 will slide up. He will get clear of that 10 machine and pull away. And here comes Patrick right along behind him as well, trying to do the exact same thing on the bottom. And I think once they got clear here, I think they're all going to kind of just put the 10 car on the up top of the conveyor belt and just move him on back a little bit here.
Captain Caveman able to get away from this whole pack. Kind of fought his way through as that was going on about 2 laps ago. The 46 of Philip Martin, he rear-ended that right corner against the fence. Threw some sparks off it, was able to get back in the throttle and hold onto that position. Kind of shuffled the 38 of Johnson back. Still 2 wide racing in front of him. That number 10 of Cross caught on that outside line, but it was fast. He'll bump the rear end of the 79 going down the front chute.
Yeah, and it has been a war, man, with these cars back here. It is unreal. The 46 right there with the 10 as well. 83 complete, and if we look up near the front of the pack, not missing much up there, about a 1/6 of a second gap from the 4 or Gary to JP. So not missing much up there, but what a war we've got back here in the middle of the pack right now.
JP Penwell holding on to that second place spot. It's been about a half a second to about, just a hair over 0.6. Nothing has really changed in the top 2, the 69 on the bottom. The only thing I can say is Jacob Heathcote at 32 in the 4th place spot, just holding his own. I mean, he's gotten away from that 12 Braggs. Braggs, again, a rookie here tonight, that nice mountain machine. We're going to go back a little farther in the field and see if we can find some wars going on. And I'm looking at the 46 right now and the 79. They've been on each other's bumpers for the past 3 laps. 46 give him a shove, but he'll go to the bottom side this time. The door was open, not able to walk through it. Back to the top, he'll go right in the line of the 79. Now I believe we're going to see some settling in for a little while. These guys have worn these tires in. They all got the same line, can be fast, but that leader is just getting away from them. These battles aren't helping them any. We're not even to the halfway point yet. Some great racing going on tonight.
Yeah, some really good racing, and I think you're right. I think the tires have wore down to the point. I think we'll see a lot of single file racing here. You know, we're coming up on that halfway point, man, so it's clicking off in a hurry here. But who do you think almost here at halfway are the ones to watch here as the 46 jumps to the bottom?
Boy, there's a lot to choose from here, Matt. I can't deny that at all. I'm looking right now up front from the 60 of JP Penwell to the 69 of Shepard. They've been battling the past couple laps. I'm kind of keeping an eye on these guys. They're not losing Heathcote at all. I'm not counting him out yet. I know I've said that to a lot of these guys tonight. 19 guys still on track yet. Well, actually 18. There's a couple of laps down. Echelon just walking away from it. Penwell to the top side of the track. That'll leave the bottom open right now. And there's the door. Open goes to 69, Justin Shepard. He'll try to get that nose in there, and he does, but only for a second. He's been trying to get to that bottom side and around the 60 there for the past handful of laps. And I believe that Heathcote is just sitting back there waiting for these guys to screw up to take that second place spot and get his chance at the lead.
Yeah, I think he's just taking, I do agree with that, actually. I think he's sitting back there just kind of minding his own business, just kind of like, well, when y'all get together, I'll just boot scoot and boogie on by here and don't have to worry about it.
To the inside in that third place spot. He's arcing the corners pretty good. If you arc the corner, you can hit the bottom of the apex coming out of turn 2 or 4. You can keep that car almost in a straight line, and you'll gain a lot from not binding up the chassis, and it seems like he's trying that. The same thing kind of goes for when you're going around the higher side of the track, because you're not turning the front end as much. As I'm saying this, I'm watching that front end of J.P. Pentwell in that 60. He's got that wheel cranked on the bottom. That's going to scuff off a lot of that rubber. And as I say that, the 69 to his bumper almost touches him coming out of the corner. To the bottom side, he'll go again. The 60 right now to the top. He's got to take a little bit of a break off the bottom side, but able to take the momentum back on the high line.
Yeah, he tries to. He jumps to the bottom, can't really get it done. I tell you, that high line momentum on old tires, that's what we have got to look for. As the tires wear, the ability to hold your line up there and carry your momentum is what you're looking for.
See, racing's all about weight transfer. So if you take a weight in a car, and as you lean it in, actually, as I'm saying this, the 69 got to the bottom there. Now the outside of 60 Penwell, he'll be back to the third place spot. And that gives the opportunity to Heathcote to catch up to these guys. Little bump down the front stretch. I don't think he liked that pass all that well, but he's going to have to live with it now back in third place spot. But as I was saying, weight transfer. They've got something called a roll in a race car. Again, try to get a little bit of education out there. As you go to the corner, you let off the gas or hit the brake, the nose dives. That's the first part of the roll. And as you turn into the corner, the weight channel transfers to the right front on the car. The more you can take and get the load off of that tire, the better off you'll be. So the minute you get back on the throttle, the weight transfers to the right rear, then to the left rear as you come off the corner. But a lot of these guys on these short tracks depend on that right front. So if you're cranking the wheel and you're hitting the throttle from the corner, you're wasting that right front tire with all the weight you're putting on it.
Yeah, you really are. You're just grinding that tire away into nothingness. Pretty much the best way to explain that, the tire would be, there'll be nothing there for it to use to grip with. Well, right now, Shepard doing a great job. He's 0.7 of a second off your race leader of Gary. But I'm telling you, I think JP's got something left in the bank, maybe a little bit later on. What about Walmack back there in the top 5? We got Mr. Woodwin back there as well, and Stone in 7th. Man, what a stacked top 10 we have right now.
Great racing going on all the way around the track, and the only guy right now 1 lap down is that 27 of Taz, again from Taz Paint Their Designs. He is one of our $75 driver cars. That's what I want to go through real quick. Only 6 of them right now. Our leader, Gary Echelon, if he wins this race tonight, lap 102, by the way, 103 at the stripe. We are more than halfway through. If he wins this race tonight, $75 from Taz Motorsports and Taz Paint Design. Again, Taz is one of our drivers involved in this. He is in a 27, 1 lap down, also one of the $75 guys. Back, the next one back will be Jesse Womack in that 14 machine. He's riding right now in the 5th place spot. Vern Woodward in the 6th place, and Jerry Stone in the 7th. All of them contending for that $75 bonus win tonight. And the last one still under green on the track. He is back in 10th position. That's our 46 of Philip Martin.
Yeah, Philip doing a good job. Again, Philip just trying to turn his season around here. I don't know if he's so worried about the money and the plaque tonight. I think he's more worried about just keep building momentum for his season as a long haul here. I think points to him is going to matter a lot at the end of the night, you know, and he's doing a great job of doing just that inside the top 10.
A little bit of battle between 8th and 9th. It's kind of panned out at this point. Captain Caveman, the 19 machine. Charlie Bragg right behind him in the Mountain Dew car. They were fighting side by side for a good 4 or 5 laps as they're announcing all this. Kind of seems like Charlie Bragg has backed off, kind of got his groove going. Again, that little modified right front fender there. Behind him, as you were saying, that 46 Philip Martin. Still up the toe, still in top 10 status at this point. Oh, as I'm saying this, up front, we have a challenge for the lead, Mr. .279 last time at the stripe. .264 this time. We have a gain by the 69 Shepard. Right behind him, J.P. Pentwell, as you were saying. Both of those guys look to contend for that top spot.
JP really doing a great job right there with Shepard. They're both kind of working together here to close the gap on Gary. But again, that NOS Energy number 4 of Gary has had a great year so far, and it continues at Bristol. but he's still got right at 90 to go here, and I don't think he can hold him off for 90 laps.
I'm going to say I agree with you 100% there, Matt. I'm going to say keep an eye at 69. See how high he goes and then low into the corner. Same thing as before. He is gaining when he does that. Able to come off the corner with a little bit more throttle. Our number 4 kind of hangs it above. No, he's down to the bottom of the apron right now. Gary Echelon's still ahead, but only got a car length and a half now between first and second.
Man, we are getting ready to be right on each other's bumper here in the next couple of laps. We're going to go on board for just a moment here in just a second with Mr. Dustin to where we can see what you're talking about of how he's actually arcing that car.
You take a look here, basically from the top, he'll come down to the third groove, break the wheel down, put his left front tire right on that line. If he goes over it, it'll upset the car, and it'll basically make it kind of lose control for a second. He's way high, goes down a little bit further. You can see right now he grabs the bottom line, and I'm reading NOS High Performance a little bit closer on this camera shot. Also, on the dashboard, you're going to see red light. That is tacking it out, basically maxing the max RPMs these motors will turn. You got the right gear or the rear tires are sliding. I'm not sure exactly which last time he come off the corner. He'll take a little bit more this time. To the bumper he'll go. Tighter into this corner, a little bit lower. Still to the bottom side. Not able to make the apron at this point. We're still catching that rear end. 0.159 last time at the stripe.
He is right there as we're with our Extreme TV drone camera as well. Now the drone up above Bristol Motor Speedway, you can just see the difference just by a couple of feet with these two. Man, I tell you what, he's there. Shepard is all but there right now.
Challenge for third right now. He's go to the inside of the 60 of Penwell. JP on the outside, holding his momentum, able to get a hold of him in front. Challenge for the lead, still back up front. Shepard looking for the next line. He can get around him. They're both using the same amount of lines as a car and a half. So in other words, one half car to the outside, one half car to the inside. There's not a lot of give as we see the 4 slide up the track coming off of turn 4. Still able to hold on to that lead, but I don't believe it's going to be for long.
No, he's not. He's not going to be able to really hold on to it. But we look from our drone cam, you can see the 92 machine back there of Knowles kind of closing in on that battle. Now Knowles is a lap down, or 6 down, well, now 9 down. Right there, but he has got a fast car. But I'm wondering if you're that driver and you're that many laps down, do you even want to get involved with this race lead right now?
I would say no, unless one of the guys ahead of you is one of your team guys that kind of block a little bit for him. But otherwise, no, I would keep it right where he's at. One thing I'm going to keep an eye on this 69 is I'm watching for him to charge to the bottom, but keep in mind, Gary Echelon is grabbing that bottom almost immediately in the entrance of every corner, and that's one thing he's doing. That's a way to block here at Bristol. And as we're saying this, we have some lap traffic these guys are starting to come on.
Yeah, lap traffic coming here in a hurry as they head down the back straightaway. Shepard right there with him. Once again, Shepard on the outside. Maybe he's going to make it work. He'll get up there.
He grabs the fence coming down through the front stretch, trying that outside line, not able to hold it straight. Challenge from behind, challenge for the lead. Our lap car, the 26, will get out of the way. That's Derek Calder, 24 laps down. He will still hold on to the race. Side by side, coming out of turn 4. The momentum on the outside. Right now, Justin Shepard will take that lead for that lap.
He does a great job. He'll take the lead here down the back straightaway, side by side. Shepard scored your leader that last time by, but right now, look at the bottom. Gary able to really fight back down the front straightaway.
He'll take another lap as the leader. Dustin Shepard again able to take it off that high side. Hold on to momentum on the bottom side is so sharp. You've got to take it roll out of the throttle. We see the 4 coming off out of the way to 32. Not sure what's going on there. I think he's going to pit.
Yeah, he's going to dive down. We're in our pit window, and I think they're coming down now. So now, how long does Shepard stay out? We're at 124. He can easily make it from here. So why not bring it on down now and not lose the time? And I do not see anybody changing tires.
Well, I couldn't see that myself. I mean, these are long-lasting tires. But again, take a look in second place. Man, started 19th, now up to the 2 position. That is Jacob Heathcote in that 32 machine. What a phenomenal run for this young gentleman. He'll take it around, still blocking away from the 60 of JP Penwell behind him. And as we're saying all this, unfortunately, Echelon going a lap down because of the time he's taking in the pits. It does take time to fuel these cars. Again, no quick cans, nothing like that. And they're trying get him back out on track.
Yeah, the worst thing he can have happen right now is a yellow. He needs this thing to run completely all the way out.
Yellow will definitely fill them chances. Dustin Shepard actually holding on to that lead. You see him kind of go sideways a little bit, losing a little out of their rear end. The 60 right now of Penwell using that outside. The momentum's there, but just not enough to get past that 32. The 32 with Heathcote on the bottom, holding up that second group quite well with that machine, I might add. Another car pulling off with Penwell.
And well down pit road does a good job. Another one on pit road, but man, he come in hot. Wow.
Shepard able to hit the brakes fast enough. That'll bring the lead over to Jacob Heathcote in that 32 machine. He's got a pit just like everybody else. He'll bring it down the backstretch. Nobody challenging him at this point. We're going to keep an eye. Let's see. He'll bring it down right now for his pit service.
Oh man, what a great! I'm telling you what, I was looking back at these cars getting on pit road. They're doing a great job carrying a lot of speed. That is really hard to do.
Oh yeah, especially with these cars. Again, they are heavy. You still got to slow them down from that high speed. They're still talking 110, 120 miles an hour. With that being said, our two guys that were battling earlier tonight, Jesse Womack and Vern Woodward, they are on 1 and 2. Watch for those guys to come down pit road very soon. They're still fighting it out now for the top spot. Not able to make it to the end. 13 doing the same thing as the 69 did earlier. Able to arc that corner to gain a few feet right now on the 14 of Womack.
Yeah, it's just been a great race. Look at this though, arcing that corner like you talked about. That seems to be the way to go for everybody here tonight. If you can do that, you can carry some speed. Look at Gary though, in the 4 machine. He's laps down, but he is right there.
Gary Echelon right now was our leader. Got his fuel, got back out. Didn't see any tires on that car. 4 laps down to the field right now. But with these fresh tires, he might be able to make up a few. And he won't be able to do the lucky dog, unfortunately, because that'd be the number 10 of Jonathan Cross. But he is in the pits right now getting his service done. Right side of the car down onto the asphalt. As we see him going around the left side, they'll jack it up. He'll get 4 fresh rubbers on this thing, get it back out onto the track. The only guys we've got all the way back to the 79 of Patrick Smith, who is the 8th place spot, is on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a race here, and I'm monitoring everything. And it looks like, indeed, the 4 did take 4, I do believe. Because I do not believe he'd have lost that many laps just taking fuel and or 2.
I'm thinking you're correct, especially here at Bristol. I mean, the laps go by pretty quick, and again, to even just fuel that up, yeah, I'm agreeing with 4 tires. I wasn't able to see the pit stop, unfortunately. It's only us two kind of watching things. He's 3 laps down right now, not 4. That will change here shortly as we cycle through the field. Like you said, as long as it goes green, we need these other guys to pit so these guys can make up their laps. 8 guys right now on the lead lap. That means 8 of them have not taken their pit for this cycle. That goes down through from Womack to Woodard to the 91 of Stone. Philip Martin, who's in 4th. Actually, as I say that right now, I was watching the 12 with Charlie Bragg. He about lost it coming down through the corner, able to hold on to it. Still get that modified right front tire sitting out there. He runs the 8th place, and he is the last car on our lead lap.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a battle here so far tonight with those guys. And right now, you're talking about it. You need this thing to cycle through. But I'm telling you, if you're Jess and maybe Vern and these guys, wouldn't you want a caution to come out at this point and trap a lot of these guys multiple laps down?
Yeah, I'll explain that very easily. If you were to go in a pit right now and say you were a lap down, doesn't matter how big the track, lap down, 2 laps down, doesn't matter. You come back out, the guys who have not done their pit yet, you just wear your tires out a little bit for a few laps. Caution comes out, they go in. If you go in, you're a lap down. If you stay out, you can take your way around and make your lap back. But it's difficult here at Bristol is that the laps click off so quick, 14, 15 seconds, that you're going to lose all that time in the pits. So say, for example, you take a minute in the pits. That's 15, 15, 15, 15, and there's 60 seconds right there. 4 laps gone, 1 minute in the pits. That's what they've got to do. That's what they've got to do. So again, these guys got to cycle back around. No cautions. Got to have it green for these guys to get back on the lead lap. If not, we're going to have 8 guys challenging for the lead.
Yeah, we are. And here's the thing, you don't expect to have this long a run at Bristol, but right now, luckily for the guys that are out front or that exited pit road there, it is. But I just don't know. I don't know if this thing's going to go green all the way like they would deem it to.
Well, the other thing is these tires on these guys up front, are going to get wore out in a hurry. So with that being said, there's a good chance one of them is going to lose it here somewhere, but it all comes down to talent. These guys have really got to control these cars. iRacing has built in a great engine for what these guys are talking about. And what I mean by an engine is all the subtleties, the tire wear, the asphalt. If you look up top, there's marbles up top on this track. Basically, it's the tires that are wearing off. They want to keep out of that. If you get up there, there's no rubber to grab, and it's just going to slide out. They have done a lot of work on this, and these guys seem to be controlling it very well.
They are, and right now, Womack and Vern doing a great job, and now they're coming to pit road as I speak. Down pit road, the front two come, and they will get these cars slowed up and head to their pit box, and that'll hand the lead over to Mr. Jerry Stone.
Slowing down from 110 to 35 miles an hour. Jerry Stone right now, he'll bring it in for that proverbial pit stop in the Wonder Bread machine. Mr. Ricky Bobby himself, as the Philip Martin machine in the 46 will take over the lead as I'm talking. Now he'll bring it down behind the lap car. That looks like the 46 of Darrell Calder, involved in an earlier incident. Behind him, the second place spot, 79, way back in the field, Patrick Smith. And actually, we've only got 5 guys now. Jerry Stone is one of them, but he's on pit road, as we were talking about earlier. He was in the 3rd place spot. Jesse Womack, 4th place. He's on. Vern Wooder, he's on pit lane as we speak. Philip Martin staying out all on his own. Well, let me correct that. Patrick Smith in 2nd in the 79 machine. Those are the only 2 right now that are staying out. As I say that, Philip Martin comes down to pit lane, and 79 of Patrick Smith follows suit.
All right, that's going to conclude your pit stops. Now we'll see everything cycle through. And I wonder now, with everything cycling, was it worth it for Gary to take those 4 tires?
Well, we're keeping an eye right now on that machine. He is booging around this track as fast as he can go. Still minus 3 laps, according to what I'm seeing on my screen. But he's still got to pass the leaders that are in the pit. This should minus him 2 right here. He hits the stripe. He is now 2 laps down in the 6th place position right behind J.P. Penwell and Dustin Shepard. Shepard 2 laps down. The only guy 1 lap down is the 70, correction. Where'd he go? It just jumped on me here. 1 lap down, Dustin Shepard, J.P. Penwell, and Jerry Stone. Right now, that lap should give Gary 1 lap down. We've got 5 guys 1 lap down. Patrick Smith in the 79. Still shown up front on the 2nd place, but he is in the pits because, again, these guys are getting their laps back. And as I say that, Dustin Shepard now 3rd place spot on the lead lap. Penwell, 4th place. Jerry Stone, 5th place on the lead lap. As I'm talking about this, Echelon will come back around once he crosses the stripe. There we go. Back on the lead lap, he'll go 6th place spot. And don't count him out. With these guys cycling back around, there's a good chance there's going to be a wreck. And these guys will bunch it right back up for a great finish as we hit lap 150 down here by the stripe.
150 on the board, and right now, that Gary, they're in the 4 machine on the lead lap, but he's being scored somewhere in the neighborhood of about 13 seconds back, which is right at the tail end of how far you can be back before you go a lap down. So I don't think he can make that up under green. But, again, I think he needs a yellow to make that work.
I'm believing you're correct. I'm watching that 46, who was our leader, Phillips Martin. He stayed out the longest of all these cars. I do not believe this man has taken tires because he's got a 5-second lead over the 2nd place of Dustin Shepard. Fuel, no problem. He'll make it to the end. Tires, well, let's see how much talent this boy's got. Now, again, 5-second deficit there is a lot to make up for 2nd place. But, dude, these cars are fast. There's only about 1 or 2 second mile an hour between the 2 of them. If he can hold on to that 46, he's going to have this in the bag. And he is one of our $75 drivers for the win tonight for that bonus.
He is, and I talked about Philip Martin turning his season and keeping it on a good track here. What a way to do it here at Bristol Motor Speedway. His strategy is working out perfectly if he just gets this thing to stay green here. And I tell you what, if it does, it won't take long to run roughly 45 laps here at Bristol.
He has gained a second on the 2nd place spot, 6.129 last time at the stripe. He is just booking. He's following a 13, but he is moving, folks. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's just holding on to that thing. Shepard right now, 6.384 at the stripe. Behind him, Penwell, only 0.2 back. He's able to catch up about 3 car lengths between those guys for 2nd and 3rd. So I think that's what's going to be our battle for the rest of this race. If Martin can hang on to that front suit, he'll get to the inside of the lap car in 13 of Vern Woodward. Woodard, actually, that's what he's doing. He's fighting for his lap. He is not a lap down at this point in time, that 13 I'm talking about. trying to hold on to that lead lap. If he lets the leader by, he's going to be the first lucky dog seat.
Yeah, and that's interesting here. And look at the speed the 46 has got. He is just so fast right now. Philip all over the back of the 13 and the 4 now. Man, the 4 is in trouble. I don't know what has happened to that race car, but he does not have the speed that he had earlier.
I believe that the track has changed. Also, he pitted early, so he wore his tires out quicker than anybody. He is just trying to hold off this lucky dog position, but it's not going to happen. That 13 to the bottom side, Woodward, he'll take over that spot. Right now, if the leader was to pass either one of these guys, the guy out front will be in the catbird seat. I keep calling him lucky dog because that's what it is. But that'll take and put the 4 right now down a lap. He'll take that 46 to the inside. Unfortunately, the 4 is not able to recover. Echelon will come in from behind, not able to take and get to the inside quick enough. That'll put him down the line, but he will still be in the lucky dog seat. 13 fighting to stay on that lead lap. If he's able to hold this off and a caution was to happen, our 4 will be our lucky dog.
Indeed it would, but I mean, that 13 machine, he has got to hang on for it to work. The 13 is the 4's best friend right now.
Absolutely. I mean, he's holding that leader up at this point. It looks like he's blocking him left and right. He does it again to the inside. The 46 trying to get by him, not able to do it, but now he gets the nose in there. Down the front stretch, they'll come. The left rear quarter panel, he is there. Not able to get the momentum to get down to the inside. Now he does off the corner, able to get a little bit extra throttle out of it. 46 able to take and get there, but not low enough to pass him just yet.
No, and I don't think the 46 gonna. The 46 is not going to push the issue here that much.
No,
there's no real reason for him to.
He's got an absolute killer lead. I mean, we started out when the guys come out, Dustin Shepard, when he came out of the pits, he had half a second on, 5 seconds on him from the leader back to second place. Last time around, 7.966, 8-second lead right now with this 46 machine. I think what's going on with all this hard running, trying to get around the 13, he's able to get away over 8 seconds right now. He pulled last lap.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he's doing a really good job of it here, just maintaining the gap here. And I tell you what, I just don't see anybody getting to this 46 if we don't have a caution or something happen.
Well, that's the thing with the disadvantage. I don't know. I'd have to look back at the pits there to see if the 46 took tires or not, but I'm believing he did as far as they may drive the wheels off this car. I'm thinking he may have. We'll have to take a look back if there is a caution because he's just driving this thing like crazy. Down the backstretch they'll come. Again, 46 behind 13. 13 still on the lead lap. He's going to lose that lap if that 46 gets around him. It's been driving basically drama for the past 20 laps with these guys. And 13 takes it real high, opens the bottom door up. He'll take it to the inside, still not enough to get there. Back in line, both of them will fall into the second group, going down from turns 3 and 4.
Now, down the straightaway once again, he'll jump to the bottom. The 13, oh no, there it is!
A little bit, I don't believe there's much contact there. Maybe there was. He's able to hold on to that. No caution comes out. The 13, unfortunately, will go down a lap. Vern Woodard, but that gives the advantage of Gary Echelon. He's back on the lead lap. He was able to get around that whole mess, and now he's getting out in front of the leader. If he can walk away from him, he'll hold on to that, and Ryan Johnson will be our next guy in the 38 for the lucky dog.
Yeah, he will be, but right now, man, Gary doing everything he can. Now, he's just got to hang on to it once again, but the 46 just so strong, right to the bottom, and he's just going to zip by him right here.
With that happening, that little side-by-side racing, and unfortunately, touch that they had. Again, side-by-side down the backstretch. We have lost a little bit of the lead. We're watching that Dustin Shepard machine lose the second place spot, 6.97. He lost a second when that all happened. We'll watch again this time as they cross the stripe. The number 4 again, and Gary Echelon trying to hold on to that top, well, not top, but bottom spot of the lead lap. Don't look it's going to happen here. Down to the back stretch to the inside. The 46 goes. Boy, guess I could be wrong, to the outside. He's able to hold on to that lead lap one more time. And he'll guard that bottom side as he goes around turns 1 and 2.
Right around the bottom, the 46, they're doing everything he can, but Gary's fighting for his race right now. He is literally fighting for the race.
The 46 has nothing to lose by letting him go. As you said earlier, the 46 of Martin just taking and challenging him for that, to basically take him over just to get him a lap down. I don't think there's any reason to be running this race, but again, it's his own prerogative. The 79 behind him is Smith. Smith is 3 laps down at this point. but just kind of enjoying the show in front of him. There's no advantage of passing, just kind of riding along. He's got plenty of room behind him. As I say this, the 46 to the inside again. He'll try to take over the number 4 and try to put the lap down. Not enough this time. The winner off the corner gives it to the 4 to strike. But there is nothing to be gained here by passing with the 46.
And for a buddy, what a race right now down the back straightaway, side by side, and going at it right now.
He got in the track and is not even for position.
I know, right? That's kind of the amazing part.
Well, with that being said, the 46, I think he's thinking he might be slowed up by the 4, and as he is being slowed up, these guys behind him are not catching Dustin Shepard and Jake Penwell. We're going to go back to that battle just for a moment. These guys just in line, the 69 there, Dustin Shepard just kind of rolling along. These guys are lap 177, just under 25 to go at this point. Not a lot happening. There's only 6 guys on the lead lap. Again, back up to the number 4 of Echelon. He's just holding on for that lead lap. That's all he's doing. Great racing, though. I wish this was for first and second.
Now, I tell you what, if it was for first and second, man, it would be a heck of a show. But right now, that 46 machine doing everything he can to get clear. I would not fight him this hard, to be honest.
Negative. I'd let him go myself. I mean, let him have the lap. There's nothing to be gained, nothing to be lost. You've got a 7-second lead. He's taking away your line, and man, just he should be taking it, allowing him to go. As far as my opinion is, it looks like he's going to get him right here, anyways. He will on the front stretch. Now he's able to run any line he wants. And again, the number 4 of Echelon down a lap last time by the stripe. 5 guys right now left in the lead lap, and I'll tell you who they are. Philip Martin, obviously in our lead, almost 7 seconds back to the 69 of Dustin Shepard. Behind him, J.P. Penwell in that 60 machine, and another 3 seconds back from them is Jerry Stone in the 91 and Jesse Womack. Now we do have 3 $75 drivers in the top 5 who are on the lead lap. Philip Martin, of course, our leader. He looks like he might be taking this home this evening. Jerry Stone in the 91 and Jesse Womack in that number 14. Our leader right now. Bring it down for one lap. Well, 182 at this point. He's able to keep that lead alive. Plenty of room to get this racing done. Nobody threatening around him, and we got to go all the way back. Let's see, about a half a lap behind. That is exactly it to Dustin Shepard.
What a battle up in front. 17 laps to go here. It's been a great night so far, and right now I'm telling you, I do believe if nothing happens, Philip Martin has got this thing pretty much in the books.
Again, you're watching the Tennessee Army National Guard 200 here at Bristol tonight. We appreciate all you National Guard guys out there and the service you do for our country. And of course, joining us this evening on Max Speed TV between Matt Johnson, myself, Ray Richer, and guys, we have witnessed a heck of a race. The number 4 to the bumper, the 46, he just about touches him. Why would he move him at this point? That would be a pretty rotten move in my book if he did. But again, to the inside, looking to get that lap back. That'll bring him up to the 6th place spot where he's already had plenty of room behind him back to the number 13 of Woodard. Again, just fighting for
yellow.
And yellow is out. Yellow on the speedway, 14 laps to go. 1 car around out of turn number 2.
Yep, Captain Caveman, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. It does look like he kind of went to the wall. We'll get the replay up here for you. Captain Caveman to the outside. Looks like he arced the corner, and the 14 unfortunately came up. They were able to touch doors, and that will be the 14 of Jesse Womack. Again, he's in the 5th place spot. That spun the 19, unfortunately, not able to recover, and he'll back into the outside retaining wall. Didn't hurt the car all that much, but it looks like he hurt the car more when he spun it around on the bottom side of the apron.
Alrighty, 13 laps to go. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick intermission here to make a great announcement. Some great news announcement just came. Ryan Newman is in the hospital. He is in stable but serious condition. But the best news of all, they do not believe any injuries will be life-threatening.
That is phenomenal news. I know it's a little bit of a side note, and again, we'll reiterate. Obviously, a lot of our racing guys have watched the Daytona 500 this afternoon. That was rescheduled at 4 p.m. There was a pretty bad wreck at the end. If you did miss it, Ryan Newman did flip. He was turned into the wall head-on. And I'm going to interrupt myself here for a second. Philip Martin is taking the pits right now. This is a bold move. I mean, is anybody else going to follow suit in the top 5? Looking at Dustin Shepard, he'll stay out. Penwell will stay out. Everybody else staying out. Philip Martin, no. There is one other guy coming in I just saw. That would be the 14 of Jesse Womack. And back to what I was talking about, the last lap of the Daytona 500, there was a push from behind. I believe it was Ryan Newman that got behind him. Or, excuse me, Ryan Newman was the gentleman involved. And he got a push from Blaney, and unfortunately turned him into the outside retaining wall head first. The car went sideways and then flipped on its roof. At the same time, Corey LaJoie come along and unfortunately hit the passenger side of the car, which folded a lot in. He landed on the driver's side window, scraped across the asphalt, and it just filled his car with sparks. And we're pretty sure that he was still kicking when they got him out of the car. We heard conflicting reports about everything. Obviously, I really great to hear that news. I'm glad that everything is okay. No life-threatening injuries, but it was a pretty severe crash. I mean, he got hit by Corey LaJoie. Don't keep rambling about this, but he got hit by LaJoie at least at about 170 to 180 miles an hour. And I don't think I've ever seen a car do that ever in racing.
No, not the way that car did. I am just ecstatic to see the announcement come down from O'Donnell from NASCAR. So that's great news. We were all on pins and needles waiting to see. And like you said, he's hurting, but at least he will be okay in the long run.
Yeah, very, very happy to hear that news, guys. Again, back here at Bristol Motor Speedway. One thing we did miss on the way out, this will bring out what is our 4th touch of class auto body caution this evening. And we appreciate you being here from local and abroad for the Tennessee Bristol National Guard 200. And it's about to get very interesting. We are on lap 190. 191. 6 cars on the lead lap. We'll run them down for you right now. 69 of Dustin Shepard, he stayed out, as well as at 60 of Justin J.P. Penwell, when these other guys in the back pitted. The 3rd car right now, 46 of Philip Martin. He is the first one to pit. He has 4 fresh tires. They will re-rack these guys, I believe, ahead of the lap down guys, if I'm not mistaken, being that they're that far in and it's short track racing. So they'll put a bunch of the lap guys to the back. That'll start Martin on the inside of the 2nd row with fresh tires. With that being said, Jerry Stone, the 91, he also followed.
Green flag
in the air. I'm on replay, my bad.
Oh, you're fine, buddy, and they're still side by side. And look at JP out in front and Martin right there with them as they exit turn 2.
JP able to take the lead early on right now. Lap 193 going to 194. Fresh tires for Martin in that 46 machine, looking to take over that top spot. He's got great traction to do that with. The 69 arcing them corners just like he did before. But the 46 able to ride the low side. He's going for the front.
He's going for it, and it's Shepard out front. JP now in 3rd, trying to close the gap. It's going to be a 3-car battle off of turn 4. 6 laps to go now.
Penwell in that 3rd place spot, trying to catch up to the 2nd to give it a challenge, but Philip Martin looking at the inside of the 69 of Shepard, back in line, but he's at the bumper right now at the stripe. 5 left to go. He'll touch him going down through turn 4.
Now down the front straightaway once again. Martin to the outside. He'll try to cross over right to the bumper now. Can Martin do something with Shepard? He's going to move him sideways off turn 2.
Shepard throws a
yellow.
Caution is out on the speedway.
And it's the 4 involved with the 14 of Womack down in the back straightaway headed towards turn 3. Puts us back under yellow once again.
Echelon there, that number 4 machine, was able to get back on the lead lap, but what happened in front of him, it looks like that 14 of Jesse Womack kind of got too far in that apron, down coming out of turn 2, lost the handling on that car. The 4 comes up, hits 47, and they just pile it up down the back stretch, and that will damage the 4 pretty hefty. He was back on the lead lap and going up through that field trying to get to the front.
He was, but unfortunately that's going to end his hopes for that tonight, I do believe. Well, it's going to be green-white checkered here at Bristol to wrap this one up. Should be interesting here to wind this one down.
You know what I'm going to do first thing, Mark? I'm going to hit that live button because last time I saw the restart, I missed it completely. So you know what? We're going to get back on live here. And Dustin Shepard is still holding off the 46 of Philip Martin. Our lucky dog, Captain Caveman, 2 laps down. That'll put him 1 lap down in 10th place spot. And Dustin Shepard holding off the 46. This is going to set it up for first green-white checkered. I believe they're only going to have one. Let's take a look at that here. Trying to see through the rules. And I don't believe that I see a green-white checkered at all. Am I missing something here, Matt?
I believe it should be unlimited green-white checkers. Because it just reset, so we will have a green-white checkered here. So it should be unlimited, I do believe.
Yeah, showing 1 of 1, but we'll see if that turns unlimited in case something happens again. That means it's going to happen. We're going to drop the green flag. These guys are going to dash 2 laps. The next time around will be the white flag. If a caution was to happen after the white flag is dropped, it's not going to happen. They will allow these guys to race all the way back to the stripe because at that point in time, the race is done. So they won't lock them in like a caution lap or anything like that. But if a caution happens before the white, say it's on the first lap of that 2-lap shootout, the race, I believe, will be finished at that point in time. Again, according to what I'm seeing on my screen, this could be unlimited. I'm not certain, but it shows 1 to 1 on my screen, which means 1 attempt at a green-white checker here.
Yeah, they might have went to 1 attempt actually.
Oh,
they
good.
may have.
Just trying to look through the rules, make sure we get our facts straight. And that 46, trying to keep them tires nice and warm. He'll take and get ready to realign on the outside of that 69. We're going to have ourselves a killer shootout here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you are watching the Tennessee National Guard 200 here from Bristol. And look who is in the lead. Our Tennessee National Guard sponsored car, that 969 of Dustin Shepard. I believe he's got a lot of fans out here tonight on the internet.
Indeed he does, and we're going to get ready to turn them back loose once again here in just 1 moment. Man, Martin has had a really good car. You think Martin can get back to the lead here?
He's got a killer shot of it. Again, he cannot pass the leader. The leader has incentive to hit the throttle to start the race. He can do it anytime between the pace car pulling off and the green flag coming out. And that is the representative of Dustin Shepard in that 69. Again, our Tennessee National Guard sponsored car. Outside of him, 46. You were talking about Philip Martin earlier, starting in the 9th place spot all the way up to 2nd. Great job tonight by him. We're going to see if he can pull this off. But again, he can't pass him until they hit the start-finish line. So we'll see what happens here. Down through turn 3, pace car will bring him down. The lights will be off. These are doubled up. And we'll see what's going to happen with our first green-white checker.
And green is yep, go for it, buddy. Green's in the air, man, and they're going at it.
Dustin Shepard with a hell of a jump right out front. He'll pull about 2 car lengths away. The battle right now for 3rd between the 91 of Stone and Penwell, and that 60 side-by-side racing in the back between him and Woodward. But we'll go back up front. Dustin Shepard arcing them corners like he did before. The 60 of Penwell will come off the bottom side. He'll lose a handling on that car. Shepard across the stripe first. I do not see a caution flag. What am I missing here?
White flag is in the air here. This is going to be it. Coming through 3 and 4. The 46 to the back bumper. He's going to move him out of turn number 4. He's going to get done. And Shepard hangs on for the win here tonight, my man.
The old chrome horn was used, but it wasn't able to get the job done. Our Tennessee National Guard sponsored car, Dustin Shepard, taking it home to win tonight, 200 laps at Bristol.
What a night of racing, man. Let's get ready to get our interview with our race winner here in a moment. Congratulations to Shepard. What a job there. The 46 so close to $75, but yet so far away. And we'll get interviews here in just a moment.
Well, keep one thing in mind. He'll get the $25 for finishing highest of the 6 cars that were involved in the $75 bonus.
Yeah, I think he would have had the 75, but hey, 25's not bad.
That's what he was fighting for, was an extra $50.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we're going to go grab our race winner here in just 1 moment. Hey, Mr. Shepard, is Matt up in the booth with Ray here. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing all right, buddy. Great job out there, man. You held on. You got to your bumper there off of 4. You kept that car straight. Bringing her home with the win here tonight, buddy.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's always good to race Phillips, that he races clean and hard. Like I said, he had fresh tires. I had old tires, but these tires, you can get 1 or 2 laps, like almost like they're fresh, and then they just fall off really hard. If we would have had a lap or 2 more, Phillip would have passed me, no problem.
Well, nevertheless, it kind of worked in your favor there with the tires. And you did a great job, like I said, holding him back there. He wanted that $75 bad.
Yes, he did. Said Brad will probably thank me later for saving him 50. Last time I saved him 50, so you know Brad's on my side.
Well, yeah, you're just saving money pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I said it's said Philip wanted it. Philip's fast. He played a good strategy. He had a 7 second lead before the caution came out, and I mean he was in the catbird seat.
Well, you got to be pretty happy. Your sponsor titled the race was the race sponsored tonight, also on your car, and you brought them to victory lane. They ought to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I said since I'm a National Guard, said I'm a recruiter for them, and they came on board to sponsor it because we're in Bristol, so it's a whole Tennessee thing. Said it's awesome to win the title sponsor race, for the branch of service that I work for.
Alrighty, man. Well, first and foremost, thank you for your service, and second of all, great job, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, go burn it down, celebrate, brother.
Alrighty, thank you.
Alrighty, buddy. Have a good one. Alrighty, Ray. There you had it from your winner here tonight. I wonder what P2 is going to have to say about all this.
Well, I've got my curiosity high, and I got a few questions for this man. Mr. Philip Martin, Ray Richard here in the booth along with Matt Johnson. You there, buddy?
I got you guys.
Hey, good evening. First of all, that strategy with the 4 tires on that last caution, were you hesitant to make that call, bud? Because I'll tell you, I was nervous for you going back that far.
I was a little unsure about it. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But I kind of figured that if I didn't, everybody else was gonna, So it was kind of whatever I did, everybody else was gonna do the opposite. I think either way.
I'll give you a lot of credit because I'll tell you, Matt was talking you up here in the booth because you were looking to improve your runs tonight. You did exactly that. You did a phenomenal job holding on to second, even battling with Gary Echelon for a little while there on his trying to make him down a lead lap. And man, you fought hard for that too. You even got by him. So again, how was the track tonight? Was it slick as crazy? Was it good for you? Because I'll tell you, you put on a killer show.
This place changes a lot through a tire run. Actually, towards the end of that run, before the green flag stops, the track kind of picked up some speed, and I only changed right sides and dumped enough fuel in it to get to the end. And the caution flag kind of ruined that for me a little bit. But I think if we would have went green those last 8 laps instead of having that caution in between, I think we'd have been okay. But one more lap, I think I'd have had him. I got right back to his bumper there in 4, but couldn't really do anything else there.
Well, that was one question that we had. We didn't get a chance to see your pit stop, so we thought for sure that you took 4 as far as you were on a rail with that car. I mean, at one point in time, you had an 8-second lead over the second place of Penwell and actually Shepard for that point. But, dude, phenomenal race tonight. Great strategy. Almost putting it to the front and shortened about $50 more than you wanted to be. But congratulations on that $25 bonus. And anybody you want to thank while you're in here tonight?
I got to thank Jesse for putting the paint together for me tonight. I needed something to match those colors for the Taz deal, and definitely got to thank Brad Tazbecker for all that. Everything he does for the league. He's a huge supporter for us, and without him, and a couple other guys, I don't know what we would be doing with this deal right now. And definitely got to thank my wife for putting up with me racing at night, and got to thank all the guys at RMS and Russell Brown Race Cars and Dante Curtis Designs too.
It's awful funny. A lot of these drivers there usually point up and thank God, but on iRacing, it seems like a lot of wives, they get thanked all the time, too. So, again, congratulations, buddy. Philip Martin, second place in that 46 machine tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, what a great race. Congratulations to him getting some money out of this one. Well, I wonder what JP's thoughts are going to be here in third, and I'll grab him here in just a moment. I really do wonder. Where is Mr. JP? Where did JP go? There he is. Hey JP, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, Matt?
Well, man, you got the car into the top 3, buddy. Great run here tonight. Just a little bit shy. You think you had anything for him there things that have worked out a little different for you?
No, there ain't no way. I was barely hanging on to it in his last two laps. In fact, Ryan Johnson behind me, I believe he could have got by me, but I think he was a little timid because I was all over the place and just could not hold on to it. So, only took one set of tires the entire race, and that was at like lap 60 maybe. So, by the time I got to the end of it, they were pretty slick.
Well, you did a great job to hang on to it nonetheless. Bringing it home third. Good points day for you here.
Yes, sir. That's the main goal. Is although it's not doing much good if Dustin's up there in the front, but he's I'm glad he took it. This is for the National Guard, and with him being a recruiter for him, I'm glad he took the win.
Alrighty, man. Well, great job there, JP. Coming home third here tonight, as always, buddy.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, JP. Again, congratulations. A good top 3 run for you.
Thank you.
Well, with that being said, Matt, been a phenomenal night of racing here at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. Man, I enjoyed myself from beginning to end. How about you?
Really did. It was a great night. It was a lot of fun. Now we pack up from Bristol. We head to Charlotte next weekend to Roval. That should be interesting.
Yeah, with these guys in the street stock should be very interesting. I'll take and run down our sponsors one more time while we have the opportunity, if you don't mind. Again, Kelly's Customs Engraving, Taz Motorsports, Woody's Designs, Touch of Class Auto Body, Taylor Motorsports, as well as Extreme Sim TV, right alongside of us with Max Speed TV. And this whole thing was brought to you tonight by 5-Star Realty Group, and it was the Tennessee Army National Guard 200. Again, from Bristol Motor Speedway, this was a blast, Matt. Thanks a lot for bringing me along for the ride.
Alrighty, buddy. It was a blast, guys. We will see you next time. Everyone stay safe and God bless. We'll see you next week. What a great night from Bristol. Have a great one.